Hey everyone, and welcome to the vlog. You are hearing a voiceover from Editing Hannah today because I got a new camera last week. I might have talked about it in the vlog from last week, but it has this setting on it called like S&Q mode and for short and quick motion. And I didn't realize I was filming on it. So this is like an 8-minute clip of me telling you all about like what I have planned for this week and what I'm going to be reading. But it's absolutely unusable because it's in slow-mo and there's no sound. So I'm doing this voiceover because I wasn't really sure what else to do. So I hope you enjoy and are kind of laughing at my expense a little bit along with me because I did freak out for a bit, but now I'm laughing because it's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, so I am just talking about how it's the week of Christmas, so things are really busy at work. As you can imagine, retail would be the week of Christmas and talking a little bit about what I'm going to be reading. I read this week All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard, as well as Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. I do also end up deciding to extend this vlog for until the end of the year, since the year ends on like Tuesday and Wednesday, it would just be a really short vlog. So I just decided to extend this vlog until December 31st, and we'll start a new set of vlogs on January 1st. So with that said, I will stop making you watch my weird slow-mo, and we can move into the kind of more enjoyable parts of the vlog. Okay, bye! Hey, it's the day after Christmas, and I did in fact have to work today, so it is actually very late. It's like 11:30 p.m., but I got home, we ate some dinner, we watched a bunch of Criminal Minds, and I just didn't have the energy or the wherewithal up here to talk to you. But I did want to talk to you a little bit about just some exciting things. I got a new Kobo for Christmas. Charlotte got it for me. I'm very excited. It is the Libra Color 2, so it's essentially kind of similar to the new Kindle Color Soft that they have, but this one has like little tactile buttons on it, and it doesn't support Amazon, which is great. I was thinking of canceling everything to do with Amazon and not using them at all, because I just don't really want to put my money into a company like Amazon.
But then I was thinking about it, and I like supporting indie authors on Kindle Unlimited, so I do think I'll keep Kindle Unlimited just to support those authors, because not all of those authors have moved their stuff to Kobo. Kobo has something similar to Kindle Unlimited called Kobo Plus, so I'm trying that out, and we'll see how that goes. But so far, I'm absolutely thrilled, and I'm very excited to start using it. However, I haven't started yet because I'm still in the middle of some books that I have physically, and those books are not on Kobo Plus. So I don't really want to pay for the book twice, if you know what I mean. But for a reading update, I did manage to read All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard yesterday on Christmas, and it was so cute. I gave it 4 stars. Essentially, we have Jessica. She is a romance writer, and she is struggling in her career. Things are not working as wonderfully as she had hoped they would. She's a published author, but she's not on any like bestseller lists. She's not getting huge deals or movie contracts or anything like that. And she used to love Christmas, but now she doesn't like it because her boyfriend Nick broke up with her like 2 weeks after Christmas 5 years ago. And then our other main character, Nick, is her ex-boyfriend, and he is also a romance writer. However, he does not write romances because a quintessential part of a romance is there has to be a happy ever after. And in his novels, there are no happy ever afters, but he's published under the same publisher as she is, and he's winning an award for Best Romance Author of the Year, and they ask her to present the award. This sends them to a inn. They get snowed in. They are stuck in the same room, and there is only one bed. And you guessed it, it is a second chance romance. And in it, the two of them are also struggling with writer's block, and so they're both writing second chance romances, and so they end up through being stuck in this situation where there's only one room, only one bed, and they're both writing second chance romances and confronting the things that happened and went wrong in their own relationship. It was really cute. I really liked it, and I really liked the how aware it was of the type of book that it was, and I liked the twist of the fact that both of them were writing. It based on the synopsis, it wasn't what I expected it to be, but I liked what it was even better than what I expected it would be based on the synopsis. I don't know if that makes sense. It was really short, and I think it maybe could have been a little bit better if we had a little bit more time with the characters to see them fully fleshed out. But I liked it. I thought it was believable. I thought it was I liked how tongue-in-cheek it was, talking about miscommunication tropes and second chance romance and things like that, and why second chance romance doesn't always work, because it has to be believable that the characters would have broken up and could get back together without potentially breaking up again in the future. But it worked for me. So 4 stars for that. It was a perfect way to spend my Christmas. And now we are going to delve back into Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. And I am going to finish this, hopefully by the end of the vlog, because I would like to maybe read at least one more book before the end of the year. But we'll see. If this is the last book that I finish it on, I am hoping that I finish it on a high note. As for that, it is almost midnight, so I do think I'm going to get ready for bed. and I'll see you tomorrow. I do work tomorrow, a long day, and then Charlotte, the boy, and I are all gonna go see Wicked because I've been wanting to see it for a while and it just hasn't worked out. But tomorrow we're gonna go see it and I'm very excited. So, anyway, I'll talk to you later. Hey, it is Saturday at 9 p.m. and as you can tell, I'm not feeling well. I worked all day. Today I got home around 7 and then I ate dinner and the boy and I watched Muppets Treasure Island, which is so good. But I just wanted to check in. I have a little bit of a book haul for you because I got some gift cards and then I spent some money because I was feeling sad because I got another rejection from an agent, which is expected at this point. But the rejection letter clearly, or rejection email clearly wasn't a form email. And it, like a form rejection, I feel like I'm used to those. But I'm not used to rejections from agents who it's very clear that they sat with my work for a while before deciding that ultimately it wasn't the best fit for them, which I totally understand and respect. It can't be a fit for everyone, but it just feels like I was like so close, like so close, but not close enough, and that stinks. Like that stinks. So I bought some books. So I'm gonna show it to you, and then I'm literally gonna lay down and read. Charlotte gets out, I think, soon. So she'll be home soon. And she's bringing me some Gatorade. And then I'm gonna get some sleep. Because I clearly need it. But anyway, without further ado, let me show you my little haul. Okay, so first up, I got The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. As you know, I'm in my Criminal Minds era, yet again, and this is supposed to be like Criminal Minds, but YA. It's like these teens get brought into this FBI team, very similar to the Behavioral Analysis Unit, and they have to help solve these cold cases. I've heard really good things about this series, and I am really hoping that I like it. The next one is A False Start by Elsie Silver. This is just the most recent re-release in this series. I haven't read any of them yet, but I'm just buying them as they come out. Plus, this one got a Barnes & Noble exclusive, and if I can open it, it's this very cute art in it, and I love that. I'm not really sure what this one is about, but it looks like it's like best friend's younger sister, and I dig that. So I got that one. Then next is the last one by Rachel Housel Hall. Truthfully, this is a cover buy. Because look at that stunning cover, and then it has these really beautiful sprayed edges. And then not only that, but look at these end pages, and then, are you kidding me? Absolutely stunning. But this one it's a new romantasy, and Kai wakes up in the woods with no idea where she is or who she is, and she has to save the kingdom. And she meets this blacksmith who can fight seemingly with like more power than he should have, and so she agrees to let him help her, and then but he's also really annoying, so we love that. That's what you're getting from me, but mostly this was a cover buy. and sprayed edges, as was this one, The Half King, His Curse, Her Fate. Stunning sprayed edges. And then we have this. Stunning. And then, oh my god, spoiler for the next two books that I got. And then, absolutely phenomenal. This one is A King by Day, Shadow by Night. I'm pretty sure it's like an arranged marriage of convenience kind of thing, but it's also romantasy, so I really like the vibe of this, so I'm hoping that I like it. And then I got A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. I'm pretty sure, I think this is a Goose Girl retelling, but I'm not entirely positive. But this one also is truly stunning, with these end pages. Oh, and then that. Incredible. And T. Kingfisher, I don't know why I've read like one of her books, and I buy everything that she puts out, so there's that. And then this is Haruki Murakami's new book, The City and Its Uncertain Walls. Essentially, we have these, it starts out with this nameless couple, and the girl tells the guy that her true self is somewhere in this other realm, and in order to meet her true self, he would have to go to that realm. But if he followed her there, she might not recognize him. And then she vanishes, and then it travels. He never stops thinking about her, and then in his middle age he meets this strange young boy who I'm pretty sure brings him to that other realm. But I really like Haruki Murakami's works. I know he's not for everyone, but I personally have always really liked his works. I actually have a tattoo based on 1Q84. So it just felt fitting to buy that. But this is going to be my last haul, obviously, of 2025. So I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. Hey, it's Sunday. It is 5:45. I'm home from work, and neither Charlotte and I are feeling particularly wonderful, so I'm going to try and take it relatively easy tonight. I am going to pick up the living room so that we can relax and stuff as the night goes on, but that's like the only chore I'm going to be doing today. I have read quite a bit of Two Twisted Crowns on my Kobo, and I'm really enjoying the Kobo. Like, I think I might like the Kobo better than the Kindle that I have, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm like 46% of the way through Two Twisted Crowns. I also don't know if I've mentioned this, but I am really loving one of the relationships that have developed in this book almost more than I like the main couple, but I'm not going to say who because that would be spoilers. But it's one of my favorite characters from the first book, which is, I will say, Elm. He's my favorite character, Renelm, one of the princes who was working with Raven and Elspeth. Also, the Nightmare is such a cool and interesting character. We're getting a lot more of him in this book, and I'm loving it. I'm kind of mad that I waited so long to read these just because of how much I'm truly enjoying it. So the goal is to finish that. I would love to finish it either tonight or worst case tomorrow afternoon so that I can maybe get at least one more book read. before the end of the year. I'm also listening to The Bookshop, which is a nonfiction book about bookshops. And I'm really enjoying that. I think I have like just under 4 hours of that to go, but I also listen to it on 2 times speed. And I can't tell if Spotify, because I'm listening to it with my Spotify hours, I can't tell if Spotify, when they're telling me how much time I have left, if they take into consideration that I'm listening at 2 times speed, or if they don't, because if that's the case, then I actually only have like 2 hours left. So if that's the case, then I'll probably finish it tomorrow, which could potentially get me 3 books finished before the end of the year. Two Twisted Crowns, The Bookshop, and then the one that I would like to get to. I'm scrapping the rest of my January TBR because I've decided that I would really like to read Finale, which is the final book of the Caraval series, so that I'm not carrying another like book series into 2024 into 2025. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping at you. And I'm going to clean up my area. Oh, and I also needed to tell you that the synopsis that I gave for The Half King yesterday when I wasn't feeling good is actually, I'm pretty sure, the synopsis for The Serpent and the Wolf, which I also got for Christmas. This one is The Marriage of Convenience, not The Half King. The Half King is like these families got cursed. The firstborn child got cursed, and the king, he is a human by day, and then he vanishes into the shadows at night, and when he turns 21 he's going to like basically not exist anymore, and our main female character is the one who can potentially save him. That's the Half King. So this is corrections corner, if you will. But anyway, I'm gonna go do those things, and then I'm gonna sit down on the couch. Charlotte and I will probably order something for dinner because neither of us are feeling great, and we don't want to cook. And then we'll probably watch Criminal Minds. But if I have anything really exciting to tell you, like I finished Two Twisted Crowns, I'll be back. Otherwise, this is the last day of the vlog. This is the last day of the last... Or do I want to just... I might just make this. I might not end it today. I might push this vlog to be ending on December 31st so that next year, January 1st, we can start fresh with a new series of vlogs, if you know what I mean. So I think that might be what I do. So this is not the last day of the vlog. This is just Sunday. But I'll let you'll find out. So pizza and Criminal Minds to round out the Sunday. Hey, it's Monday night. I'm home from work and I've already eaten my dinner. So I figured I would give you a reading update because I do have one for you. First, I am continuing to read Two Twisted Crowns. I'm on chapter 33, and according to the Kobo, I'm 56% of the way through. I'm still loving it. There was a recent development that happened at work while I was reading that had me stressed and upset that I had to, in fact, go back to work and couldn't continue reading it. So I'm very excited to continue on with this. I want to say that I'll be able to finish it and have time to read another book before the end of the year, but I just don't know if that's going to happen, and if that doesn't happen, I'll be fine with that as long as I finish Two Twisted Crowns before the end of the year. Because if I finish Two Twisted Crowns before the end of the year, I think I'll be ending the year on a 5-star read, which seems more enjoyable to me than reading Two Twisted Crowns, rushing through it potentially just so I could read another book before the end of the year and have my last book of the year be like a 3-star read, which is what I'm worried about. So I might just finish Two Twisted Crowns as my last book of the year, because I do think that Two Twisted Crowns is going to be a 5-star read. But I don't know, because if I finish it today, then I have a whole day tomorrow. Or I finish it, and if I finish it today, then tomorrow I can use my time to like plan, do some like end of the year stuff and new year planning stuff. And then I can start a new fresh reading year in 2025. Or am I thinking too much about it? I don't know. We'll have to find out. And then the other reading update that I have for you is that I did finish The Bookshop, A History of the American Bookstore by Evan Friss. This is essentially a history of bookstores in American history, and it goes all the way back to Benjamin Franklin and the American Revolution, how bookstores influenced the American Revolution all the way through up until like 2020 and 2021 maybe. And I enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 4-star read. I think this is a perfect book for someone who maybe wants to try getting into nonfiction but is intimidated by nonfiction, because nonfiction can be a little dry sometimes and hard to get into. So if you are a book lover, book reader, bookseller, and you like nonfiction, I would definitely recommend it. I will say for me, there were certain sections that felt like it was dragging, and certain chapters I felt could have been shorter. And then there were some of the like interludes between chapters that I didn't really feel like they mattered. And I wasn't sure like what the point of them was, other than to like have something in between the chapters to kind of break them up. But that's not something that I necessarily felt was needed in some of those points, especially since some chapters, when we moved to the next chapter, we were still talking about some of the things that happened in the last chapter. I don't know if that makes sense. So like the interludes kind of felt unnecessary to me. Not all of them. I enjoyed some of them, but other ones I didn't like and didn't feel the need for. But there was a particular part in the last chapter that I didn't like and didn't feel like needed to be included, regarding an author who owns a bookstore who apologized for a reader not liking that she didn't have the same political views as the reader. That it seemed like a weird thing to include. So I didn't like that. But otherwise, I thought it was a good read. I listened to it on audio. The narrator was good. And I enjoyed it. Some of it was stuff that I knew already, like Barnes & Noble, the history of Barnes & Noble, and also how bad Amazon is, and how important indie bookstores are. Things that I found fascinating were specifically about the Oscar Wilde bookstore. There was a section about Drum and Spear, which was a Black-owned bookstore in the 1960s. And I thought that chapter was particularly interesting because I didn't know any of that information. So there were certain chapters that I enjoyed more than other ones, but I think that's kind of par for the course on a history nonfiction, like a nonfiction that spans a long time in history. But yeah, I would recommend it to anyone who's interested in learning about the history of bookshops, or maybe anyone who still buys books on Amazon and maybe wants to stop doing that because Amazon is actively trying to kill the bookstore. So that's just my plug to maybe not purchase books on Amazon. But yeah, those are my feelings about that. I am gonna go get into my comfy clothes now that I've eaten and everything, and I'm gonna go lay down in my room with 2 Twisted Crowns, and I'm going to read and see how much I can read tonight. It is just me because Charlotte is working later, so it's just me and the cats. We get to kind of chill out tonight. So I'll see you later. Good morning. It's Tuesday, December 31st, and I intended to show you what I had done, what I had spent the morning doing, but then I was pretty sure my table was going to break, so I took it off. But I'll show you the aftermath. But I was taking my Instagram photo. I've never done this before, or at least I can't remember doing it, but I took every book that I read in 2024 that I have in my possession, and I stacked it upon my coffee table and took a picture and posted that to Instagram. So if you want to see it, you can go over to my Instagram because I've already taken it down because there was quite a few books, and I was afraid that my little coffee table was gonna break under the weight. But here's the aftermath. So that pile are books that I am keeping. This pile is books that I'm gonna donate. This pile are books that I borrowed, and then this is my favorites of the year, which I need to do like a little. I need to make a reel for. But the rest of the day I'm going to be really busy because I have a lot of things on my plate. I need to edit vlogs. I need to clean the apartment because I do plan on proposing to Charlotte tonight. Even though Charlotte proposed to me already, she deserves her own moment in the sun. So I did also just get off the phone with her parents. And then so I need to clean the apartment so that the apartment looks clean when I propose to her, because we're not doing anything special for New Year's. We're just hanging out in the house. And then if I have time after all of that, I want to go through my bookshelves and be really critical with myself about what I am actually still interested in reading and what I'm not. Because one of my goals for 2025 is to be a little bit more intentional with my buying and also with my reading. So we'll see how that goes. But I am going to try and do quite a bit of a haul. And hope that I can free up quite a bit of my space on my bookshelves, because I do have a lot of books in the bedroom that I would like to move out into the bookshelf space. So, yeah, so those are the plans. I'm going to get cleaning. I'll probably make myself some lunch really quick because I think it's about 11. Yeah, it's about 11 and I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I'm a little hungry. So I'm going to make some breakfast. I'm going to make some lunch, and then once I eat lunch, I'm going to edit some vlogs, and then while those are uploading and processing and stuff, then I'll start working on like cleaning. So that was a whole lot of blabbering and yapping. You didn't necessarily need to know, but I wanted to tell you. So we are trying to get everything squared away to start fresh tomorrow. This is also the last day of the vlog and the last day of 2024 vlogs, because tomorrow I'm going to start 2025 vlogs. How exciting. So anyway, I'll check in later. I should have showed you the before, but I have reorganized one of my bookshelves, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's still pretty packed full, but I got every book, like every YA, thriller, fiction, and translated fiction that I bought this year up on the shelf. So that's at least a start. This stack of books are fantasy books that were over here. So I have to move them over to the bookshelf over there. And then, so far, these are the books that I'm unhauling. There's another pile right there. But so far, these are the books that I'm unhauling that came from over here. Next, we're gonna attack this one to see what we can unhaul from here. So, I'll be back. So, I finished with the fantasy bookshelves. I do still have some books on the floor, and then I had to double up on the bookshelves, I'll show you. But all of the books are contained to the living room area. So I did do some unhauling from this shelf as well. Not as much as I thought I could. And then I found my box of Snow White with the red hair it was just sitting in a box down here. So I unpacked that. So there are some things double stacked, and then ignore the mess in my desk. But I did get everything looking nice. You can see the bottom shelves again are like double stacked, but that's okay. I just need a new bookshelf. That being said, Charlotte is out of work and she's coming to pick me up. We're gonna try and go to our favorite Chinese place to see if we can like actually sit down and eat. But who knows if that will work out. I don't know how busy they're gonna be since it's December 31st. Those boxes filled with books that I'm gonna unhaul. So I do feel pretty accomplished actually. Going through and getting rid of some things that I don't think I'm going to read or that I won't reread. I probably, if I'm being honest, could have culled it even more. You can judge me and say what you will. But that was as much as I was going to unhaul today and feel good about myself. So that's what I did. So anyway, I'm gonna go get changed, and yeah, here's the fit. I'm gonna go meet Charlotte downstairs.